I don't own any copyrights to the music in the background. To God be the glory. Faith in love. From the top, feeling from the bottom. Just a way to love. Galaxy One, confirmed. Roger. Lifetime. Again, the world which I stand on firmament. To God be the glory. Time, which has carried the burden of the tonnage of my thought. In the Lord, whom I know is my shepherd. When the range is secure, the grass is at its sweetest. The brook runs clear and fresh. Then shall the need to be fed to be slaughtered for the consumption which sustains the world. Galaxy One, check. Understanding that much closer to the alignment, this human force must now turn it over to the control of that which is natural. Curtail to report from the axis of the beginning from which we charge into the day, looking forward to the eve, and then through to the morning. In faith, our prayer to God Almighty, and to whom be the glory. We need not speak of much more than life, the goodness of itself, that it carries towards all humankind. The great decision to be free, and the harmony of a world so fine-tuned, nature itself says, I'm going to lend them a hand. And the full growth of that which humankind must come to. Oh, how far from the DNA we've come. And yet the confines of living, that we should see no death. To God be the glory. Go ahead, Galaxy One. Confirm. Safety's good. Gentlemen, life kind, peace. The response is, we've come this far, traveled in time, that the concept which is to carry at to a certain point and then interject, so that from there everlasting is open more. Roger, this planet right here. We thank you for your support. Understood. Explanation. Roger. At the conference call of human life, the council, which were unanimated to go on, stood. Time, dressed impeccably, stood. Day, its brightness a comforting glow for all to see. The eve, only the disquieting of its comfort, and there is no fright. The start of the journey is at the end of everlasting. We might say that all should not understand the division of man is chaos, the many. At that particular point, there has to be a decision to continue in chaos or to step aside into wisdom. Next to be seated, air. Always have a charming demeanor when you find air. Water. Find that dampest portion that the bath should be refreshing of its freshening. Faith. Got there early. Rise. Love. Always moving. Galaxy One, how copy? Roger, that there's a process called history and remembrance that has to go through a churning, purifying order that the delay to the point of understanding wisdoms occur. It is the understanding of the humankind. Exactly. It keeps revolving. Progress report. The planets are almost in alignment. The tweaking we must leave to nature itself. Our course is to observe and continue. That this be a marker upon the impressions of all, that those to see shall be witness to the placing away of chaos. Truly, it was ingenious that man should have a bodily, a firmament, and the firmament is the world, should have a body to carry the portion of history unfulfilled and just carry to be placed on a shelf all its goodness that perhaps to be this particular life kind. It's a great strategy that at the end of days, when everlasting says, let's take a break and slow down to forever, but none is lost. Continue the joy of the journey. Light went on vacation about 2 billion light years ago. Called in for another extension, granted, and yet when it's time for the darkness to go, it sneaks right on through and is gone. Rise be the day that the Lord has made, and all upon the world should begin to understand true love, freedom, and the continuance of the joy into the future. The challenge to make Black history a memory of yours. Surely Discord are my favorites. Y'all be good. Stay loved.